Let me check my volume. So I witnessed a car accident after somebody else that I know that definitely likes their privacy was in a car accident. And if you knew who this person was, and then you would imagine that I would then witness somebody getting in a car accident. I witnessed the whole accident, like saw the whole thing from start to finish, saw the car pull out and go, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. No, that car is going to hit that car. Boom. That car did hit that car. It is, I don't know if the other car saw the car pull out in front of them. Like if their mind was somewhere, because they didn't seem to really brake, but still, it wasn't their fault. They got pulled out in front of. And I called 911. Haven't done that since I put myself in the hospital. And while I was in the hospital, Wikipedia says that was patient 0, December 1st, 2019. Being that there were back-to-back days of the almost the exact same thing, one that hit home and another that hit right in front of me. How often do you see a car accident, people? Like witness it going to happen and then it happening, and then you call 911 and then you talk to the police. How often does that happen? So I'm just I'm a bit bewildered. I know something supernatural is taking place. I don't know the realm of it. But I did make a post about July 9th today. I don't know. Anyway, where are we at with our that the Bible study? We're in column 1. There you go. Tomorrow I turn 23,000 days old. Oh, okay. I get it. And we're on page 602, which Revelation is G602 in Strong's Concordance. That's and today my friends celebrate their 24th wedding anniversary on the 24th in the year 24. And we're on page 1824 on the Revelation side of things. I don't know, man. I just feel like the Lord is just throwing out all these signals. Like, do you know? Do you understand? Can you tell? Can you see? And it probably ends up being nothing. I don't hear voices. The Lord doesn't speak to me like I hear things. It's just I measure the temperature of everything that I see and feel. And of course, he's called me to really focus on numbers. And this is not the channel where I would show y'all something that was very freakish about yesterday when an event took place compared to my same event in 1978. And you look at the amount of days in between both. Well, it was a palindrome, 16761. 761 is total verses of Revelation and Daniel. The first 2 digits were 16, the next were 761. Again, it was a palindrome, 16761, same number going backwards and forwards. But the last 3 digits are the amount of verses in Revelation and Daniel. The first 2 digits, does that mean 16 days from the 23rd? If so, that does take place on August 9th. Rise on 7/11/11/7, which matches the Bible verse. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just some supernatural stuff going on. And let's get on with it. One day when Moses was 40 years old, he decided to visit his relatives from Israel. He saw, so this is again Stephen telling the story before they stone him. He saw an Egyptian mistreating an Israelite, so Moses came to the man's defense and avenged him. killing the Egyptian, Moses assumed his fellow Israelites would realize that God had sent him to rescue them, but they didn't. The next day, he visited them again and saw 2 men of Israel fighting. He tried to be a peacemaker. Men, he said, you are brothers. Why are you fighting each other? But the man in the wrong pushed Moses aside and said, who made you ruler and judge over us? And of course, God ends up doing that. That's funny. Are you going to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday? Ooh, little dig there. When Moses heard that, he fled the country, made him feel very uncomfortable, and he lived as a foreigner in the land of Midian. Thank you. There his 2 sons were born. 40 years later, in the desert near Mount Sinai, an angel appeared to Moses in the flame of the burning bush. When Moses saw it, he was amazed at the sight. And remember now, anytime you're living in the Bible in real time, the earth is supernatural. It will be again once the book of Revelation is opened, but especially supernatural, the abomination of desolation. I am the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Moses shook with terror and did not dare to look at this burning bush situation. All right, we'll wrap it up in the King James. When Moses saw it, he wondered at the sight, and as he drew near to behold it, the voice of the Lord came unto him, saying, I am the God of thy fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Then Moses trembled and durst not behold. See, isn't the King James just poetic? But the New Living is working for us in this situation because it's very simple stuff. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, Revelation 21:7. So God just got through wiping away all the tears, making all things new. And I will be his God, and they shall be my son. But the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all liars have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Remember, they are dead when they are thrown into the lake of fire. They're not alive going, oh, going when death and hell or death and the grave is thrown into the lake of fire, they're already dead. They were killed at Revelation 29 when the flame came down and devoured them. There came unto me one of the 7 angels of the 7 vials of the 7 last plagues. So one of the angels that had the one of the vials of the 7 last plagues came up, which that already took place, but he came up. And he talked with me saying, come hither, I will show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to the great high mountain and showed me that great city. So the only time great city is mentioned in Revelation is Jerusalem. Now it's the great city of Babylon, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified, Revelation 11:8, and great city of Babylon, and so on and so forth throughout Revelation 17, 18, 19, and so forth. But now it's cleansed. And now it's the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending from heaven, from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high and 12 gates. And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east gate, on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west were 3 gates. 12 in all, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations. Remember, 12 is the number for the church. And in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that walked with me had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof and the wall thereof. We'll continue tomorrow. I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask a question anytime. That's what I'm here for.